Meeting Fang had left me in a mood I had never experienced before. A bitter murmur crept its way into mine, casting doubt over my current circumstances. Frustration brewed within me as well, since even though I managed to get Grandma's support, she was only able to comfort, not understand me. There's no way Fang's day could have been any worse than mine. So, couldn't it hurt to have her at least allow me to introduce myself? I've been looking forward to meeting Mom, yet I was met with this. Hey! Wrong pronouns. I think. I don't remember her telling me she was like this one. Her demeanor must have been contagious, as I now found myself in an equally dour mood. After everything that happened, I could feel myself inching closer to tearing up again. You're 17, come on! Like, this is what I mean. I gritted my teeth to stop it from happening, but after taking a couple of deep breaths, I attempted to calm myself down. Once I regained the semblance of myself, I fell into thought, I'm being selfish, aren't I? In fact, how's no way of knowing what I've been through? Same goes for me. Maybe it's better if I just let this go. I might claim in my mind, I was already differentiating Fang from my mother. Stop thinking that. I shook my head hard. There might not be Mom night now, but she is someone who will become it. I'll try to help her best I can. Steeled myself in order to raise up to the unexpected challenge. I may not owe it to Fang, but I owe it to Mom. So, I like how we're never addressing the possibility that you're just in an alternate timeline. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Turns out this isn't Fang at all. This isn't your mom Lucy. This is Fang. You're in Goodbye Volcano High. How did that happen? Your mom is not even a mom anymore. Dang, Gen Gammas don't have grit. What fucking generation are we dealing with in 2044? She's born in what? 2029? 2029, yeah. Or 2030. What gen would she be? How much AI is stuck in her brain 24/7? Or does she come from a post-AI world? Ugh. Was she born after World War III? All I'm saying is that AI Trumpler had really weird ideas on where to launch the nuclear weapons. Exiting my thoughts. What the fuck does that mean? You're 15! Why are you being such a dork? Like, I'm not saying she doesn't have a consistent voice, but it's such a weird voice. I found myself sitting down in the living room sofa. Not soda. That's so sticky. Judging by the sound of running water in the kitchen, Grandma went to wash the dishes while the racket upstairs stopped. With how fierce it was at first, I couldn't begin to imagine the condition of Fang's room. Sinking into the squishy backrest, I sighed as my plan to introduce me had been torn to shreds. No, it's still Grandpa Ripley and Uncle Nasser. This isn't over yet. With a slap on my cheek to perk myself up, my face began to heat up around the impact area. Ah, too enthusiastic. Isn't that Rachel who's too enthusiastic? Aren't you supposed to be the mellowing element between the two of you? Time was spent idle as I waited for either of the two's arrival. It was then that a roar of an engine reached me, filling me with anticipation. Shouldn't it fill you with determination? Come on. Listen, all I'm saying is that you're like... Oh god, she would be bored 50 years after... Oh god. Undertale's twice as old as her. Ugh. The noise faded into silence as a sports car in questionable condition pulled up to the house. It has one bullet hole. A familiar dark-colored pterodactyl came into view. I was going to smile as it across my beak. God-awful jacket fashion they were wearing left no doubt who it was. Why are you using genderless pronouns then? Uncle Nancy! My excitement took a hit as he approached, clearly not in a good mood, and if that deep fry was anything to go by. Him too? How'd that even happen? I do like that we're getting the alternative angle on Nasser, because most people just are like, no thing! Nasser slammed the car door. No, my penis! With force before raising his hand to the sky, but he gathered his forehead. The pained look he had near the one Fang wore when she got home. With a slump of his shoulders, he sulked into the house, not even noticing me sitting here as he walked by. I'm sitting here, I realize, sitting breeds, whatever the song. Nasser dear, how was school? Is everything alright? Grandma, having spotted his arrival as well, peeked out from the kitchen. It wasn't hard for her to intuit that something was up since two of the children had come home in the sourest of moods. It couldn't just be a coincidence. It's Como! Why is he nameless? I can't believe Como Sorian is now Como nameless. How could this happen to him? You know, the whole lizard might actually be from smashing his snoot. Nasser, stop sharpening your snoot. It's not a weapon. You wouldn't get it, Mom. It's the latest fashion. And he just starts filing it down. Ugh, women, am I right, gamers? Hey, Mom, it's complicated. I think, it's my fault. Are they here? Nasa dejectedly nodded towards the stairs. Yes, they got here a bit before you. All right. I'm not too hungry. If anything comes up, I'll be in my room. Before I could retreat upstairs like a sibling, however, it was Grandma's turn to reach out to him. Nasser, please hold on for a moment. We have company over. Could I ask you to greet them first? Why is this this fucking fic so considerate about using fucking neutral pronouns? It's Amber. It's just her. You don't have to be mysterious about it. He adopted a disbelieving look, fresh off the street. He was hungry and needed a bottle of warm milk. His lost his name at Faye Blackjack. It's like I lost the rights to the most of my blood. Oh no, my bloods. I dropped them all over the floor. Where were we? Really? I didn't see anyone when I came in. His voice dragged on as his eyes drifted across the room, landing on me, quiet and surprised. Fang? Mom, I know Fang! She's my sister, what the hell? Also, it's kind of weird that Amber looks that much like Fang, when Fang is, again, 3 years older. When you're, like, 15, that's a lot. He took a step back, almost tripping. Also, these are people that know Fang intimately. You live in the same house. Another raised the other one. Like, how the fuck can you mix this up? Also, Amber doesn't dress or probably posture like Fang does. Like, even admitting pure genetics. She's raised differently. She's a different person. How can you look at someone that you've known for, like, decades of your life and go, nah, that's someone else. Should I be flattered that I've been confused with her twice now? Hopping onto my feet, I see the opportunity to seduce myself if anything else happened. Like, this would be cute, right? If you had Anon do this at the beginning of the game. At the beginning of the fic. You had Anon be like, there you are, Lucy. And she goes, I don't look like her that much, Dad. That would have been cute. But instead we just have this happen out of nowhere. Like, this would be fine if it was a time-traveling Fang, but it's not. See, to introduce myself if anything else happened. Hello. Nice to meet you, cousin. I'm Amber. It's nice to meet you, too. He nervously scratched his head, downplay his stuttering. You just heard my name. It's Nasser. That's not a Nasser thing to say. Nasser's a good boy. He shakes your hand and introduces himself. Having given me his name, he is now powerless to stop me. He smiled at me before his brow furrowed. Sorry to ask, but where are you from? I can't seem to remember you. Are you one of the families that said that Fang should kill herself if she ever, Nasser, dear, that's the other game. I keep getting mixed up! You look so much like Fang from Goodbye Volcano High. Not like our Fang, but like their Fang. And I've been doing double duty because it's really hard to get, like, another Nasser, so listen, it's just hard for me, okay? One is Fang and one is the Neuralic in their brain. The barbars are frontal advertisements. Hot ziggity. That's cute. I'm from the East Coast. I was sent here after a difficult situation back home. Another school shooting, huh? Yeah, those happen like every week. I understand. No, I meant like, yeah, like, man. It's kind of fucked up this country. It's like a school shooting every day now. Well, when I'm actually in 2044, you have like 5 school shootings a day. Honestly, the entire depopulation of the country is happening entirely because people are shooting everyone. Yeah, whatever. Not my problem. She's one of Aunt Mitty's kids. We're going to take care of her. Things get resolved over there. Hey, doesn't Aunt Mitty have like 5 other kids? Why did she send over exactly one of her children? That's kind of fucked up, man. Like, she has half a dozen kids. Why is there only one here? Nah, sir. Why? Since when are you being so... I'm just saying, it's just really weird. What did you do, Amber? He shot me a pitiful look, as if he knew how well how problems with the family could get messy firsthand. I feel you. But hey, here now, no need to stay gloomy. Everything's fine. He patted my shoulder before turning back towards the second floor. Mom, I'm gonna rest in my room. Anyway, he already said that. That's... Jesus Christ. Did Naomi set you up? Did you get like a phone call in the last 5 seconds? Like, hey, you gotta say hi. Uncle Nasa was just this guy now, just as I know him. Kind of fucked up this guy did not change over, like, literally 24 years. Who the hell is the same person they are at age 18 as they are at 42? We like to call those people immature and did not grow up. Even if they're nice people. Although I guess the core kindness might still be the same. Memories of him in the future... What do you mean future? Shouldn't you consider this the past and that the present more than that the future? Service in my mind. He would always look after and take care of me, telling me stories of his work as a doctor and always guiding me towards staying healthy. Oh my god, he's one of those uncles. Ah. Hello, child. I'm a doctor. I'm going to tell you to have an apple a day so I can stop showing the hell up at your house. I'm just like a vampire, but with apples. It was always Mom's first choice when I needed a babysitter. When he showed how much they trusted each other. A content smile made its way onto my face. So I thought back to my family. But the pleasant moment was brief. Before the uncertainty, do I ever able to see them like that again? Alright, that's enough of that for today. Pushing every thoughts out of my mind, since all they were doing was souring my mood. The only thing I could do right now is move forward, holding hope close in my heart. Hey, I'm missing some school supplies. Do you happen to have any extra level 4 plates of Kevlar? Well, of course I do. My mom always stacks me a few extra. See? Good to see that parents in the future know how to pack their kids' lunches. Now that I met Okonasa, that was a successful introduction out of 3 down. All that remained barring Fang was my grandfather, Ripley Aaron, the patriot. Every fucking person of the Baron family. With nothing to do but wait, I sat back on the sofa. Once comfortable, I spotted Grandma pacing around in the kitchen, talking to someone on the phone. I'm curious if it sounds here. It's me, Samantha. Not by fast, too. Forget it. Sit. Mine. Where did it happen? Having that paperwork. Wonderful. I don't... Introduce both of them. Tomorrow morning. Good night. She held the phone, humming to herself. Well, I didn't catch most of that at all. All I could figure out is that I'm stupid. Well, it seems Grandma has plans for me both tomorrow and today. She stepped out of the kitchen and beckoned me over. How will we get you settled into your room, Amber? The guest room is upstairs next to this Nasser's one. Following Aline, I was taken to the room with the basic accommodations. A bed, a desk, a couple of drawers, chicken, roast beef, some pizza. Oh, you know, a chicken, some roast beef, pizza. It was barely noticeable. But the room was clearly meant for people who slept one night. I'm gonna sleep too! Watch me! Examining my surroundings, where I was supposed to be staying for the time being, I heard Grandma gasp out, "What's wrong?" Oh, now that I think about it, you don't have any other clothes with you. I must have slipped my mind, honestly. The very embodiment of patriarchy spawns in, takes all my rights with a firm handshake. I find it kind of neat that Samantha's the one who's like, hey, you gotta get clothes, man. It completely slipped my mind too. I had nothing to my name at the moment, except a few belongings that were with me at the time of my temporal traversal. The image of my closet back home popped in my head, making me grimace at how much I had in there, taken up for granted until now. I'm gonna need so much stuff. Be more pragmatic. You don't need the entire closet again. In contrast to my dread of having to somehow get everything I need, Grandma seemed to be over the moon of herself. Oh no, shopping montage. Making her fang on. Oh no. I don't think Fang would be too thrilled and enthusiastic even think about joining us from what I've seen. You've seen her for like 5 seconds. What are you talking about? In the meantime, I believe some of Fang's old clothes may be stowed away somewhere. Some of them ought to fit you, so please make do in the time. For the time being, dear. With that said, Grandma left the room with a pep in her step, continuing to check the room out, eventually sat down to bed to get a feel for it. It was rather squeaky, but that wasn't the problem in and of itself. The mattress wasn't half bad either, showing that despite the room not being used on a frequent basis, it had been taken care of in the event that it does come to some use. Laying down, I close my eyes. And if you close your eyes, an infectious drowsiness washing over me. It was long for me to fall asleep. And in my slumber, I had a dream. I was back home, my home. I was at the table with my parents, happy to talk about school that day with us who shared what they did. I wish I could see them. A wonderful illusion came to an abrupt end. Having to fall that I'm already homesick. This sucks. It's because you're a little baby blue. As I stewed in the solitary cell, sensation of being far from where I belonged, I had the door to the house open. Hello, dear. How was work? Considering how Grandma was talking to whoever, and it was safe to assume who it was. It was fine. Kids home. Both upstairs. Thought the only one supposed to mean Samantha. She'll see them coming home any moment now. Oh my god! Amber's such a fucking goody two-shoes, which honestly does help with the idea of, like, Amber needs to go home. She's too precious. She doesn't belong in this world of a stinky Anon who's a big stinky. Anon's too stinky for this Amber. Lucy. Really? Come on. I mean Ripley is like the most okay. Because Ripley is the dad and he's probably a bit distant, so I like the one I could accept. But Samantha? Just as I began to wonder how high that number would go, Grandma interjected with a giggle. Oh no, dear, allow me to introduce yourself to her. She's Amber, my sister Mary's daughter. She went our way with some troubles at home. She'll be staying with us for a while. He narrowed his eyes at the mention of Trouble. His glare was intense, judging me for my worth, despite the fact that we were meant to be family. Family's family. Hello, Uncle Ripley. It's nice to meet you, I said, getting close and extending a hand to him. For what I knew, he was the one to respect proper manners. From the looks of it, applied now as well as he grasped my palm in his. How weird that all these people are exactly the same as they'll be in 24 years. What the fuck, man? Is anyone gonna, change? You were fucking in your 60s when I knew you, jackass. What the hell? Nice to meet you as well, Amber. Good to see some manners around here for a change. Despite having the introduction going well, the sensation of being scrutinized made cold sweat drip down my face. Making a mental note of staying in his good graces to avoid this pressure, Grandma came to my rescue, having noticed and being accustomed to it. Ripley, would you stop that with your glare of yours? You're scaring the poor girl. She left an abusive household and you're just picking it right back up. I'm the chief of police. I gotta abuse my wife. It's the law. He slapped her on the shoulder to get him to cut it out, causing him to snort before he broke eye contact with me. First, the crushioning, and now this. Having made it through his stat, our Nasa came downstairs. Hey, Dad, you work okay? Yeah, good to hear. Hey, Mom's dinner ready? I'm starving. Starving, breed starving. Her response a nod, we began to smell something delectable in the air emanating from the kitchen. Why, of course, dear. All that's left is to set the table. Great, Before we start, would you mind fetching Fang? He grimaced. Ardo. I don't think they're in the mood to come down right now. Oh, why not? We have company over. Oh, wait. Why not? We have company over. Well, they had a very hard day, Dad. Could you let them just be for one day? Look, I'm using the pronouns right. What the fuck is going on? Please? Nasa put his hands together as amazing. Just put your hands together. Ultimately, Grandma relented. The sigh of all right, fine, both of you. Come help set the table. I'll sit over there and judge you, and you do the actual work. That's patriarchy for you. That's not what patriarchy... Yeah, it's patriarchy for you. Samantha, we must enhance your Mortal Kombat! Someone questioned my masculinity. Oh dear, for once I'd like to not be confined to the fridge. God damn it. Samantha, no, don't go in the fridge. I'm holding her arm, pulling. Come on. Shark bait, breed shark bait. God damn it. And the Kiki, and the Kiki. One is Booba and the other Kiki. Anyway, Grandma's cooking is great. Amber's first day here, so this is to this meal. Lasagna? Wait, a casserole of lasagna? Can you make a casserole of lasagna? Get this Garfield ass shit out of here! Anyway, Nasa's digging into his slides, alternating bites and chewing. Blowing on bites and chewing. glad you arrived today of all day. Mom says, it's just what I need. It says that I know. That's a weird thing to say considering your sister's about to kill herself. I'm just saying, Nasser, maybe not. That's a time to be optimistic. So good. I like how we have such minimal conversation. Shouldn't Ripley be like, hey, what happened? Why is she here? I feel like Ripley's a bit more skeptical than that, even if he trusts Samantha. It's like, you look a little too much like my daughter, man. So much so that I confuse you for my daughter. Should you be a little bit more suspicious? Sorry, dear. The plot calls for emotional development. You know what that means. But Mom, who's gonna make my bed? Mom, get out! Honey, you know I can't. I have to do this. Good old Ripley's got things to do tomorrow. The dark-eyed petite figure walked through the halls of the house in utter silence. Arriving at the closed door, they knelt down and left something in front of it. A plate of lasagne. The figure took their leave as their work was done. My work here is done. You didn't do anything. Ha! A door cracked open a bit. I could have had this. So, who's describing this? Whose line is this? What time is it? I was woken by my internal clock, having not set a physical alarm. One look at my clock told me that it was 7 a.m. Or rather usually, since my situation was far from normal. I wouldn't have gotten up so early, but I was told by Grandma to be ready for something she had in mind. Sitting up in my bed, I took a moment to stretch every joint of my body before heading down to the bathroom. Down the hall. A towel had been so conveniently left in the drawer next to the door to my room, alongside some clothes. After a quick shower, I got changed into the hand-me-downs provided to me, heading downstairs to find Grandma and Grandpa in the kitchen. Oh, good morning, Amber. Did you sleep well? She greeted me as I took a spot at the table, providing me with a plate of waffles. Thank you, table. Yes, soundly. That's good to hear. Now eat up. We don't want to be late. Late for what? This early in the morning, and I was already confused. What the hell is she up to? Regardless, I ate the sweet bread before me, washing it down with a cup of milk as Grandpa drank his coffee and tended with reading the newspaper. After a while, Nasa came downstairs in a furry. What? Fursuit? Fully dressed and with his school gear. What does that mean? This backpack? He devoured the contents of the plate that had been set up for him in anticipation as best as he could. That is a bad sentence. Bad. Maybe get up earlier so that you can enjoy breakfast without being such a rush, young man. Sorry, Mom, you know how it is. I don't think Kang's going to school today. A waffle churro? Dude, this man needs some food. Oh, really now? Just what? Really now? What the hell happened yesterday, NASA? Cap reacted with the strongest of the statement. No, Dad, I'll be late. I know my sister's about to kill herself, but fuck, Dad, I got places to be. NASA's probably a sparkle dog. He doesn't... Listen, he has difficulty choosing, okay? It's hard for him to choose. I tried to be hasty retreat instead of going into detail. I Grandpa... Not so fast, NASA. Would you mind giving... Oh, no, it's Grandma. Not so fast, NASA. Would you mind giving us a ride in your car? That is to say to Amber and I. I'm confused. Where are we going? You know, I made eye contact, solidly communicating, and I don't know what she had in mind. Where to, Mom? Oh, you're high school, dear. Amber's already enrolled there. Man. She showed up yesterday. What the hell? How could you legally settle this? Well, you know, in America, after they defunded the Department of Education, you can do anything. And they won't say no. Anyway, she pulled some strings with Principal Spears. Jesus Christ, this goes on for a while longer than it really has to. Anyway, they go the NASCAR. I like that the NASCAR is a new concept to her. So going ahead to your classes. We've got to go see Spears. Oh shit! We're actually landing on something good. Power walking down the halls, we reached the principal's office. With a knock at the door, a voice instructed us to head aside. Behind the desk was a giant of a man yesterday, Spears himself as well as another human. In contrast to him, however, They were bald, wore a green jacket, and looked oddly familiar to me. How the fuck do you look like Anon? You're not even the same species! Oh, you mean that he looks familiar to you as in you recognize him? Ugh. My brain's getting smooshed.
Well, Anon, now that we finished the batch we got in the full school's financial program, allow me to introduce you.
What? Why would you need to introduce Anon to Amber?
This is the other student who'll be joining us for the room.
She's in freshman year! Anon's a senior! Why do you have to introduce him at all? Why are you like this, Spears? How did you know? Maybe he does notice the similarities between her and him. He gestures with an enormous hand, causing me to make eye contact to transfer. His gaze was disinterested, but mine was wide and shocked. That's just about to say, Anon, this is my dad, who's in the band. I love chaining those two together. It's the best. So what a nice chapter, right? What a nice chapter. And up next is the beginning of a new school life. I think they're gonna introduce the another character. Introducing Reed and stuff. And there's another character too. I think I'm gonna go get a drink and something else. Clear the old palate.